I don't know what's up with me and crying, but this was just emotional. The ending, oh my gosh. I didn't expect to get attached to this character, and the way that this sequence this was just like a bittersweet but happy ending, and I just need to process it. Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and today is another book review. This is an Achillean book, but before we do that and get into this book review, let's not pay my bills. Hi, I am a romance booktuber. I love romances. The only thing I don't really like is historical romances, but I will creep my toe in it sometimes if a premise gets me. I love doing book reviews, book hauls, book recommendations, so please like and subscribe to see more of moi and know when I am going to be posting a new video, which usually is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes Sunday. Most of the time, I do post on Sundays. So yeah, let's get into this book review. So, I actually, I don't remember how I got on this list, but Lulu is a independent publishing house. I think it's in Canada, but I got sent, so what happened was I bought a book from Lulu that I just could not find anywhere else but on Lulu, and it was a graphic novel. I think I know I have a video of it. I just can't remember the name of it because it has something to do with horns, so I'll link it above, but it's an Achillean as well. So after that, I started getting sent other books from Lulu that mostly pertain to, not mostly, all of them to pertain to fantasy Achillean romances. And this was one of them. I got 4 or 5 from the same author, and they're all first books from different series. This is the first book in the Wolf Trials. The thing about this is I've never seen any of the other books, 2 or 3, anywhere. So I guess this is the first and only book, and the author hasn't wrote the other continuations of the other series, including this. I don't know. But I decided to just read this one, and this is by Tawalavia. I think it's Tawalavia Wallace. And this is a shifter romance. And if you can tell, it's the Alpha Twins. So this is a menage between twins and their mates. It was really, really emotional. If you saw the beginning, after I read it, the ending got me. The ending, I guess, first of all, this is really short. Let me just give you the summary first. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But we have our, what's his name? Kai. So Kai is a wolf. He's actually a half because his father is a wolf and his mother is a human. And he's the only child because his mother could only take one birth, and he almost killed her during his birth. So his father is just like, we're not having any more kids. It's just you, me, and Kai. So Kai is like their baby, especially the father, because he inherited the wolf traits. So Kai is gay. He's kind of a loner, and the reason why he's a loner is because of back when he was in high school, this world basically has clans and towns. So in these clan towns, you can go to school with other clans. Sometimes you go to school with your same clan, but like you're just basically everything is just like a clan. It like pack situation. They all have like royalty, which is like the alphas and the lunas. Like so, like former alpha, former luna, they're all like royalty to the other clans and all that kind of stuff, or packs. So he had a very good relationship with his best friend, who I think was like 2 or 3 years older than him. I think it was 2 years, and they're childhood friends. Then, as they went to like middle school and high school, they became lovers. But when his boyfriend was going to be graduating that day, or like a little, maybe like a couple of months before the day of the graduation, he breaks up with him in the most humiliating way. And his ex-boyfriend, was very popular. And so because of that, everyone who was friends with him stopped being friends because of how he got broken up with, and because he got broken up with a popular person, so it makes him unpopular and a loner. So he has no friends. He's grown up with no friends after this day. So he's definitely a loner. He's also very feminine. He likes wearing makeup. He likes leggings. He even calls himself feminine. He just, he's just like, it's just him. It's just him. So he hasn't found a mate, and he hasn't found a boyfriend since that day. And he's technically like, he wants to look, but he's not looking. So he finally turns 18, and once you turn 18, every year you have to go to an annual ball to find alphas. Most submissives do this, unless and you have to be over 18 to go to this. So he's now at the age of 18. This is going to be his first ball to find alphas. And, he's happy. He's like, I just want to go. Let's do it. And while he's there, he sees his ex. His ex tries to get back with him. But we also find our 2 twins. And they find Kai, and they start smelling him. They figure out where he is, and they have a very troubled background with love because of an ex-lover of theirs that they had to execute because the ex-lover didn't want 2 mates, but because they're twins, they have to have the same mate. And he only wanted one of the twins and not the other. So he conspired to kill the other twin that he didn't want, so he could still be with the one he wanted. And everyone found out, and he was executed because of that. And so they haven't found a mate since. They weren't close to anyone. Romances was just not their things, because of their traumatic experience of almost dying because of their lover. And he was lovers with them for I think a while, a year or 2. So yeah, a lot. So they find their actual mate. So during this time, they really are trying to get to know him. Some things happen, and this is when I realized where this is going, because this is a short book. It's literally 250 pages, so short. But I don't know why this happened, but I connected with a character that doesn't show up until halfway in the book. And you get an inkling of him because Kai is getting dreams from the lunar goddess. And she's saying, hey, if you die because of this evil coming in, the whole entire shifters will end with blood. You have to find this evil and get rid of the evil before that evil finds you, because you will die. And he's just like, wait, what? The lunar goddess is like, let me tell you a story, and then tells a story of other twins who had a lover, and that lover died, and now they are torn apart, and one twin becomes this very kind-hearted loner, and the other twin becomes this consumed with hate for his lover leaving him, because he thinks his lover left him by dying. So it's good and evil. When I tell you, I got the story and then I realized the ending. I knew what was about to happen. Because of that story, I knew what was going to go on. And I still cried. The ending was so bittersweet good. I don't want to ruin this. But I was just so enthralled with the good and bad twins, their story, and their mate. And when their mate, whose name is also Kai, who looks like Kai because he is the reincarnation of the old Kai, and we find out that the good and bad auras, those twins, they are immortal. Yeah. So I don't know how to explain this without giving all of the stuff away. But the ending was just really bittersweet, but so good. As soon as the final showdown started happening, I was already crying because I knew what was going to happen, and I just did not want that to happen. But then something else happened, and I was just taken aback by how that scene, oh my gosh, I'm tearing up right now, that scene was handled, and the scenes after it. I was just so, it was really, really good. And once, I guess the author captured the feeling of finally letting go to be with the one you love, and you're the one you love just waiting for you on the other side, but also waiting for their other mate who has to literally be punished for what he's been doing all these years since Kai, the first Kai, has died. Then the ending, epilogue, when you Kai, the reincarnation, looks towards the forest and then sees something, that was just really beautiful. And then oh my gosh, and then when the words that were whispered in the wind, I guess that those last scenes just got me so good. I didn't even care that we didn't figure out this good, bad, evil thing until halfway. So I don't know. I was just in my feelings. It was just really good. I gave this book a 4. This was just good to me. I think this, if someone else read this and didn't have that emotional attachment that I had to this one character, then they would probably rate this like a 3 and maybe 2.75. But I think this is a 4 because of how this character, again, that came in the middle of this, like the middle of the book. Not even the middle. Like he came in like the last in like the 3/4 of the book. I just became attached to that character, and the author wrote that character so well in the end that that attachment just, when everything happened, I just could not help but cry. I definitely would reread this. I kind of wish I knew what was going on, if there's like other series in this book, but I do have other books with also series from this author that I'm probably going to be reading soon. And another thing, this book isn't on Goodreads, and there's like, I've been trying to figure out a way to add a book on Goodreads if I'm a librarian, but I can't add this book, so this technically doesn't count. So I had to like put this on my Storygraph, because on my Storygraph you can actually input a book that isn't on Storygraph, which is great for me. But yes, oh my gosh, I've been crying. So let me just, I hope you all enjoyed this. I don't know how to get this book. Like, I don't know how you would get this book. Because if you look on Lulu, the book isn't on the site anymore, and the author isn't on the site anymore, so I have no idea how people can get this book. I do know, like I said, I have other books from her. I do know some of her other books are on Goodreads. I think one book I have on Goodreads is one of the books I have in paper form, but I'm just rambling. I hope you all have a wonderful day. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer. I hope you enjoyed this book review. I will see you all in my next video, and bye.